Did I go live? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me recheck the new bot here. Luvos. Yep, there we go. Go ahead and hit play. Oh, hard drive's pumping out a lot of sound right now. Continue game.
Parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
I mean, I haven't done this one yet. Or this one. Find the temple. Let's go save Lapino.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Heck yeah, chest right away. I didn't think I have anything for the workbench. So
building these platforms was so expensive, they'd run out of budget for guardrails.
How far are these guys going to freaking take me?
The Ravens had taken the town. Renato had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Renato hoped the people were just hiding. Boom!
You know what, let's go this way, open the door. There's probably a chest down here. Ooh, that was slick, wasn't it? Aha, a couple chests and a teleporter.
Boy, someone had spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
So they should take me back up here. Alright.
The village looked so peaceful. Were the villagers hiding somewhere? Of course not. No matter how much he searched, he would only find ravens here.
Alright, that's a green hero one. I'm going this way. Because there's a chest over here.
This chest was filled with reprints of the entire Sandman series. Reprints? What was the point of collecting those? Ooh, and there was something else.
Oh, can I not knock down the gate? I can open a sword. I can open magic doors with a sword, but I can't knock down a gate with any of the swords.
Snack time, boys!
Caught the lead, Raven.
Oh, I missed.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Yeah, I still want to break these. In case there is ore in them. Oh, there's a chest over here, sweet.
Sweet. You could use this material to craft a spork. Or a sword.
I gotta scratch my eye.
This?
Haha, I got it.
Trace. Am I right?
Of course, I level up after I pass like 3 altars. No hits, nice. Hey, got me nothing. Alright, what I want to do here. Health. Grab damage. Which I don't grab a whole lot. Slow down time. Increase my stats. It's running faster. Movement speed. Up damage 3. I'm not really dashing through too many people. I'll go health.
This was way better than being able to shrink down to the size of an ant. What was that all about, anyway?
Oh, sweet, that one that blew up did good amount of work for me. What is this? Lupino, I find you already?
And bloody, Bernardo finally reached Lupino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Bernardo recognized the cards. It was Lupino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia.
We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who happened to also be a deadly sorcerer, and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. And it would be nice to see her. He'd always had a soft spot for her. And he felt sure she had one for him.
On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
For this.
To make the Sky Ripper, the Transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lupino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper? Lupino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get. You've been busy.
He sure had. Renato told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and...
Let me, turn this up a little bit.
lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. True, the core was capable of terrible, uncontrollable destruction. But this time, he was sure it would work great.
Shouldn't be too bad. Says I haven't done this one yet.
It's beautiful here, thought Renato. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right. Ooh, what's there?
I got a new gem. I got level 3, level 1. %3 sword energy. Just a hit does the shield breaker. I got a crit 2. What's in there now? Energy. Let's do the 15% crit. It was at like 5, so. Dear Zenobia, the director of the Academy has told me how much he was impressed by your academic performance and leadership. Somehow, I doubt this was a session of bootlicking. I have seen plenty of those. That old toad is sincere. I am proud of you, my daughter. You'll make a fine empress one day. On my end, great news. Professor Calaveras has been studying the Nexus, and he has made a bold observation. That toad is a true genius. You know how that island is unique, constantly changing, new crystalline formations appearing, island fragments merging, splitting, slowly drifting, held together by some invisible threads. Professor Calaveras is convinced those changes are not random, but rather indicative of the living nature of the islands. He has observed that certain changes on the Nexus follow, or something precede a turbulence on another island. Landslide, quake, flood, the Nexus seems to resonate with those events. Maybe the islands are a hive mind, and the Nexus is the brain. In any case, I am funding a permanent scientific observatory on the Nexus. It will attract the Empire's greatest minds. With Professor Calaveras at the helm, I anticipate a great age of enlightenment for the Empire. With love, Father. What's down here? Anything? Oh, it's a fight.
No one could beat Bernardo at hot potato.
perfect strike. And those two that I knocked out, like, just wrecked everybody else. And here's me a chest. Some goodies. A shield breaker 2. Ooh. Now that might be worth it. Mince meat of these.
Well, actually.
Alright, where am I going? This way? Or did I come this way? I came this way, so I gotta go up the steps. Nothing? Let's look over here.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Helpless fool.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be Imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead. He hoped his hook didn't break.
Slice and dice. Move along.
Renato felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this.
Let's go this way, see if I can find our
Maybe
treasure.
Lapina was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
It's a lot of freaking perfect strikes, man.
This one looked familiar. Had he lost this one in a card game? Welcome back, he thought.
Puzzle, huh? Activate. 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 Wall. Good on health.
This couldn't be good for global warming.
Ooh. Just go ahead and let's just regen that health a little bit.
That had gone beautifully.
What's my combo? That was kind of
Bad when
sad.
he needed one. As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato felt queasy, like
Dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides.
It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Renato ached to get away from it.
He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Renato ached to be rid of it.
Tell you what, said Lupino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost. The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato.
But what if Lupino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it? Was Renato ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
I'm gonna trust Lupino. You know what? I'm not. Myself.
Lupino was a touchy rabbit. Renato knew that.
You're brave, I know,
Renato said. But this is what I was hired to do. At least let me run ahead and warn the scientists you're coming.
So, Lupino was intent on being a hero, just like him. War made sensible men crazy for glory, and Lupino had never been sensible. But what was the harm? Lupino might well trip over a hornet's nest of ravens, but that was better than ravens lying in ambush, wasn't it?
They finished the trip to the Nexus in silence. Renato had no sooner rescued his friend than he was putting him back in danger. All right, he finally said as they landed. Go. As Renato watched Lupino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lupino? That was a recipe for disaster.
Ooh, I got one ore out of this. It's alright. No, there's another one. This is a lot of breaking.
Once you try it, you're hooked.
Let's go this way first. Because there is a chest here. Let's take the teleporter back. I think I went up the stairs last time, right? I can't remember. Oh, missed the counter. I like kicking them into each other. Nice. Level up after I pass the altar. I'm gonna take some damage.
Bernardo felt worse.
Ooh, let's
All
go
his
this way.
joints were aching now.
Oh, I missed the
Maybe through
chest.
beatings
Dang
that
it!
felt better than this. So the core had a kind of poison
probably
that
did
could
that
harm
last
you
time.
without even touching you. That's new. Well, it had power. The rebellion needed something with power. And how was this any worse than a sword wound? Well, a death by sword was sudden and fair. This was just squalid. A piecemeal death, like old age.
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out? He had.
What was this one? Nah. What's in here now? Purple. I do like that one. I don't have anything for the sword yet, do I? I need 50 to upgrade this one. 50 orb, but the other ones I need 100. Ugh.
There was an inscription on the platform. Balaleka lessons, with an address.
How'd that hit me? Ooh, I gotta be careful. Oh, they got me. I might be going down. Ooh, that was like a lot of counters. Ooh, why are you guys countering at the same time? Ooh. Of course, no gems or nothing to break. Well, here's a chest at least.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Bernardo.
Oh, shoot. There was gems right there. So I definitely need the thing in there that regenerates my stuff. Those boxes were freaking empty.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists everywhere. Bernardo found the mad rabbit cowering under a desk.
No, at least it's the end.
The ravens. They must have known we were coming, said Lapino. How did you... Well, see, I was doing a card trick with my lucky deck, and I kind of bobbled the cards, so I went under the desk to gather them up, and boom! I guess we'll have to take the car straight to the secret base. The secret rebel base. Yes. They had engineers there. But wait. Calaveras, the sage in the mountains. Maybe he would know what to do with
Look at
the
the rebel
naked
base.
core. Ah, yes. The secret base. Not even Lapino knew where it was. They had engineers there. Those toads would surely know what to do with the core's power. And then he'd be free of it. But he couldn't take Lapino. The core would work its evil on him too. You stay here.
Give me the coordinates. I'll meet you there. Someone needs to bury these scientists. Well, why do I get all the fun jobs? And with that, Renato returned to the Farfarer and took off.
Filipina's probably a spy.
The ruins were quiet, but Renato could hear a buzzing in his ears. Was it bugs? Or was it the core slowly feeding him poison? The Council would know what to do. If the core had this much power, it could surely change the terms of the great battle that was coming. And maybe they would take this burden from him. Maybe.
I want to... I don't grab, so I don't want to do grab damage. Time or combo? I don't know. I do dash. Instead of dashing around, I'll dash through it and I'll take some damage.
Every day
I'm gonna
he's
do this
getting
one.
better and better.
Bounce off the map, that's no fun.
You know, ore is pretty heavy to carry. You know what's not? A new sword.
Can do new sword, but I'll need this. And I can upgrade to 2, right? So this is at its max level. Upgrade. Alright. Still use this to heal. Am I doing more damage with the sword?
How had it come to this? Renato had signed on as an adventurer. Sure, the Emperor had gone mad. Sure, Renato had heard horrors from the ghosts of dead kittens and puppies sacrificed in his blasphemous rituals. But when he jumped in, he'd only been a little bored and slightly broke. And here he was, carrying a bucket of death across a broken landscape. Why not drop it and run? Because he hated to quit in the middle. That was his fatal flaw. He had to know how it all turned out.
"Say goodnight, Gracie," said Renato, wondering who Gracie was.
Ooh, that's some mad skills right there.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good. Oops. Thought Renato.
Ooh, that was a one-shot kill. You have died. Yes, I did. Restart from checkpoint. That's the first time I've died, so I'm pretty happy with myself. Man, it's a lot of guys to keep track of. Oh, the fire one, that's why it was wrecking me. Man, that's a lot of freaking guys.
He'd been promised cake.
Shoot, I gotta get out of the way of the burning ones. Is he being buffed? Oh, why am I in the middle of these guys? Get him out of here. Ooh. I don't want to go that way yet. I know the doors are going to open. I gotta go get that chest on the side though.
It was time for a little exploration.
The battle was a bit rough. Took me a few tries, but I finally got it. Energy, what are you? Crit chance 3. I'm not using the crits though. Dang it, I need the... I gotta recharge the energy on the attack. Alright, let's see if there's anything on the other side. Was there? Didn't think there was. Alright, so let's go check out the base. Activate. Secret base.
He dropped the core at the entrance to the council chambers.
Get that thing out of here!
Croaked the speaker.
It's making us sick!
That's the core of the Sky Ripper, said Renato.
No, it's not useless at all,
Said an engineer toad.
it's poisonous. Look at the fox. He's ill, probably dying.
Yeah, not useless at all, said Renato. So what do I do? Rub it on His Majesty? The engineer chuckled. Renato didn't like it when engineers chuckled. Oh, I got it. Listen, I can make a bomb that spread bits of the core all over a circle about 100 paces wide. Yeah, little chunks of poison and death. All you have to do is just get it near the Emperor. It'll kill him and his bodyguard and chop off the head of the fleet. Yeah, and if we're lucky, might poison some of the ravens around there as well. What about me? Right, what about you? Well, I'll build in a timer. You can set it and run. No, that's a horrible idea, said Renato.
Well, we have to do something, yes?
Said the speaker.
This is something.
Renato couldn't argue with that.
And so, reluctantly, Renato...
Alright, so this is a new, definitely a new one. I made a bomb.
Sailed towards the Emperor's ship. The rebels took the
With
fight
the Sky
to the
Ripper
Imperial fleet.
core.
But
I'm
Renato
gonna
was
set
too
it off.
sick to enjoy the view. He must have passed out as a firm hand grabbed him and shoved him forward. This was it.
Alright, final battle of the chapter. This camera. I'm not slouching as much. Oh, excuse me. That was disgusting.
The fleet seemed very big and its ravens very tough. Or maybe he was just slower and weaker than before. He hated the idea of
I have
poisoning the
grit
enemy.
3.
It wasn't fair. Face to face with a raven, let the best swordsman survive. But they wouldn't even know what
Shield
was
breaker's
killing
too
them.
good to give up.
Feather by feather, scale by scale.
Yeah,
He didn't
kinda like
mind
what I got.
dying a hero. That sometimes went with being a hero. But he didn't feel at all like a hero. Not today.
Let's go ahead and max out my health. While I can, I should get plenty of health on the ships and stuff. They usually have a crap ton of crates. Ooh, let me open this door.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
We're gonna find out. And it skips the level. Nope, we're in an ice shardy place. There's an altar I can't use. Ooh, a chest. So that's good. Energy, health. Elemental resistance 1. That's a new one. Okay, I'm not seeing an exit. No, where you at? How do I get out of here? Use altar? No, I don't got any points. Huh. Oh, there it is.
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
If I had the full health, I would switch weapons to my fire weapon.
He was
2.
exhausted. He was making stupid mistakes. His fur was coming off in bunches. Up ahead, he could see the Emperor's ship, long and sleek, a floating palace. The bomb would only poison a circle 100 paces wide. He would get as close as he could.
So am I being? Oh, I am being poisoned. Okay.
Oh, this was a lousy way to win a rebellion, he thought. He didn't want to meddle for this. He just wanted to be forgotten.
I think this is yours, said Renato.
But he couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
Alright, so I gotta move quickly now that I'm paying attention to my health bar dropping. Of course, when I have this, I can't get any of the freaking... Any other time those crates are filled with food and stuff to help with my energy. Oh no, I can't take a hit. No! No, no, stop! Nope. Oh! No, come on. I had him. Oh, I didn't see him. He was off screen.
Go, he thought.
Balls. Alright, you have died. Yeah, restart from checkpoint. Did I die already? Holy crap, what'd I do? I think I got hit and I got blown up at the same time. There we go. Anything? Nothing.
There was an inscription. No spitting.
Man, having this bomb on me sucks. I'm regenerating slowly my energy. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I gotta heal up. Quickly. Is that it?
Renato twisted the timer on the bomb as far as it would go and staggered off. His knees hurt. Oh, everything hurt. He staggered away as far as he could until he had to lie down. He could see the entire Imperial fleet from here, and the rebel ships engaged with it. There was a blinding flash. And a second later, a monstrous thump. Burning rocks arced across the sky over both fleets. A wreath of fire shot outwards, rolling across the fleets. A pillar of smoke boiled up from where the Emperor's ship had been. It reached into the clouds. That's a wee bit more than 100 paces, thought Renato. It took Renato most of that evening to die.
Aww.
Some of the toughest ravens lasted all week. Some of the rebels in the furthest ships survived as much as a month. That winter, with neither Empire nor rebels to rule them, the islands slid into banditry. And so began the Second Age of Darkness. And just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him.
You find the paths
So,
that lead to truce. You have
book
not found.
was
Look for this
a
icon
portal.
when making choices in the book.
It took you to the future,
This
when your
option can be
destinies
toggled in the
would
gameplay.
branch. He had failed,
Options.
and died 3 times. And he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
I'll do another one.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of Destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing.
Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old
Actually, I'll
friend
probably
to the
stop there.
Ravens?
I'll probably go ahead and just do a story at a when I upload it to YouTube. It's in better segments, because I can upload in 15-minute segments. So when I come back, I'll probably be done for tonight. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm ready for bed. We'll do Find the Temple. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. a.k.a. Rashi, XZGL. Thanks for the host, guys. I appreciate it. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. I'll play this for a while tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you guys later.